cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Jahan, ready?
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
Lynn 50.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm coming for you.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
We got 3 seconds.
On on second down and 4. Cousins, he's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Now a give running right. It's Cook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the safety creep. No. Off.
Hey, can't.
Cook following the penalty. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On play action, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Space to run past the 20. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And finally taken down at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. That one good for 33 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They'll run here with Lindsay. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now a man who punted for the Broncos for 6 years, Britton Colquitt, on to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. You take it right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Room to run past midfield. Throw left side complete. It's Spencer. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
951, 951. Hey, Zoo, push him back. Push him back.
Now Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You must be dreaming.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
52 is the mic right here, over there.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll throw again, Cousins. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back. To the 20.
20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Broncos.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Bootleg, Flacco. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsay. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over. Let's go, let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Butts it. 31's the mark.
Bravo.
Play fake. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Strong right. 4 down. Check. First. 31's the mark.
They go play action. Cousins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Lindsay.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. The 20, 10, 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
A gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, echo.
They're running it.
From the 16, Cousins. His throw at about the 5. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Bring it up.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And they got the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pick up the ball. Slow down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. What's that?
Play action now. Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now, they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Watch the pass. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Cousins now to throw on first down. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On play action, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Hey. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Watch this.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Broncos 45, Vikings 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, it's Cook. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Another run by Lindsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton there to make the grab. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Vikings
Here we go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to this offense. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he takes this